What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back with another Rogue Deck video, and I just wanted to start off by saying thank you to everyone who wished me well, feeling better. I am just now starting to get over the cold a little bit. I'm still a little bit stuffy, but I'm feeling great and back and ready to record. So for today, the deck I've been playing with all weekend since I really didn't record or stream, I just had a ton of fun playing Aegislash. This card is insane right now. I've been tearing up decks left and right with it. You got the Mysterious Shield ability where you prevent all damage done from Pokemon's attacks that are EX and V. So it shuts down pretty much 90% of the top decks. With the hard bashing ability, you do 120 damage, and it's not affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. And I know you're probably thinking, when does that become relevant? It actually happened a few times to me this weekend. I almost hope I could show it off in today's video against decks that utilize Cornerstone Ogerpon. So I remember once I came across a cool Raging Bolt deck that had a one of Ogerpon in their deck, probably to wall out certain matchups. Even though we have abilities, normally you cannot attack Ogerpon when you have abilities. Hard bashing allows you to swing through that, so we are able to counter it very, very nicely. 150 HP is golden with this deck because it allows you to survive a couple shots from Dragapult EX Phantom Dive to 6 damage counter spread. So unlike Mimikyu with 70 HP that could get 2 shot by, those damage counters from the bench, 150 is tanky. It's going to take a while for your opponent to beat through that. And on top of that, we're playing 2 copies of Luxurious Cape, where your basic Pokemon, or your non-rule box Pokemon, gets 100 extra HP, but gains an extra prize card. So now we have a 250 HP Aegislash that does not take any damage from your opponent's EX and V. That is insane. The engine for this deck is just 2 copies of Tatsugiri, allowing you to find a supporter card from the top 6 cards of your deck and sticking it in your hand. Budew to slow down your opponent, and then 1 of Aegislash EX. Honestly, I don't really utilize this card too much, but it is very, very nice. I've used it a couple times. When I do use it, oh my god, is it the most clutch thing. With Peerless Edge, you do 70 damage for each prize card you have taken. So if you've taken 5 prize cards, you do 350 damage, successfully one-shotting any Pokemon in the game without any HP or damage reduction buffs. This card gets after it and can clutch up some huge matchups. Now, we are playing a very supporter-heavy deck. We are playing 4 copies of Arven to search out items such as Buddy-Buddy Poffin and tools such as our Luxurious Cape and Rescue Board. We're playing 3 copies of Iono for good hand disruption and 3 copies of Colress's Tenacity. Now, with Colress's Tenacity, you can search out one of your many different energies, such as Jet Energy to pivot, Mist Energy to stop those Phantom Dive damage counters, as well as a Reversal Energy if you're behind, or just a basic fight Metal Energy, which is very clutch more often than not. And more importantly, you can search out one of your 3 stadiums. 1 Town Store to help you dig out those tools, 1 Pokemon League headquarters to help against those basic decks, and most importantly, 1 Grand Tree can be searched out, which allows you to not need as much on Rare Candy. So if you're getting Budew item locked and you got Colress's Tenacity, you don't have to worry about Rare Candy because we're playing a 4-3-4 line. We've got 4 Honedge, and you've got plenty of Doublades to select into, and then you could evolve nice and easy into Aegislash or Aegislash EX. So a very, very nice ace spec for the deck. I definitely would not change that for any other ace spec. I use it all the time when playing this deck. The items for our deck are going to be very simple. We got 4 Buddy-Buddy Poffins and 4 Nest Balls, because the most important thing with this deck is getting Honedges on the bench immediately so you can evolve them as soon as possible. And the reason there's such a pressing matter to get those down is because it only has 60 HP. It could get taken out very, very easily by Phantom Dive, and since that is a dominant deck in the format right now, with Dragapult being one of the top contenders in every tournament, on the ladder all the time, we want to make sure we're getting as many of those down as possible quickly, get them evolved so we can take the game down with like maybe 2 Aegislashes if possible. You can do it with 1, but it's definitely safer to get 2 down. We got 2 copies of Ultra Ball, which you can really just search out with Arven or draw into kind of nicely with Iono or something like that. You don't need more copies. Or Grand Tree. Like, if you're like, oh, but I have Colress's Tenacity and not Arven to get Ultra Ball, how am I supposed to evolve? That's okay. You use Colress's Tenacity for Grand Tree. You fly through your evolution. Problem solved. We've got 3 copies of Rare Candy, 1 Rod, 1 Night Stretcher to recycle energy and Pokemon back, and 1 copy of Earthen Vessel because, again, we don't have any energy acceleration. We're just going off manual attachments, and that's not a problem in this deck because we only have 2 energy as our most expensive attack cost. I mean, I know Aegislash EX has the attack with Double Edge Slash 220, but generally, if you're evolving into this guy, you're just attach swing. And you have Reversal too. So if you're behind in prize cards with an Aegislash in the active, you can attach Reversal. If you're behind, boom, that's 1 energy. That'll take the cost away. You don't have to worry about anything like that. You get going very, very easy with just a couple manual attachments. That's pretty much it for the deck. It's a ton of fun to play. Honestly, this is going to be one of my favorite decks heading into rotation. It really doesn't get hit too hard. In fact, I think everything in this list stays now that I'm glancing over, doing another once over with the deck. I don't think I'm actually too worried about losing anything. So this list is going to be great post-rotation. I am going to be looking into playing it very soon at the end of March when we hit rotation. So, you know, I'm very excited to get this deck out to you guys. I hope we enjoy these 3 matches. With that being said, before I jump into it, just a reminder, I got that TCG Player affiliate link. So if you're going to TCG Player for any singles, decks, or deck accessories for any card game, doesn't matter what, make sure you click my link for TCG Player in the description down below. Ordering anything, once clicking on my link, will support the channel in a massive way. So thank you so much to everyone who does that, and thank you so much just for tuning in this far. I appreciate you. Now, with all that being said, let's hop into today's video and see how well Aegislash can hang. Welcome to match number 1. I misplayed already. Good job, Chris. Proud of you for that. I threw Honedge in the active. I was definitely supposed to throw Budew so that I could Nest Ball for Tatsugiri and just for your treat get myself out a supporter, but, you know, felt like being a little dense. I kind of forgot, so I'm just going to waste an energy and attach, retreat, go into Tatsugiri. Small misplay. Hopefully it won't matter too much. Generally, if I could evolve quickly, if I'm a turn behind on energy placement, the goal is they can't attack me anyways. So, you know, it's okay if I fall 1 energy behind. I do have Vessel, so I can get some energy next turn. We did pull Arven off the Tatsugiri, so if my opponent KOs the active, I can still search for Rare Candy, get Aegislash evolved. Going up against an evolution deck is not something I'm too scared of, because I don't know many single prizers in evolution decks. They can use Luminion, they can dig out maybe a supporter. I'd imagine Arven for Buddy-Buddy Poffin and Force of Stone might be their play, but maybe they go for an Iono, disrupt my hand since they know I have Arven. It could be a little problematic, but again, I think we'll be able to figure it out. And no, they actually go for Colress's Tenacity, so they can get an energy card and a stadium from their deck into their hand. I'm curious to see what stadium they're going for and if it's going to be too much of a problem for us to work through. I think overall, actually, you know what? It just hit me right now. I was going to say overall, I think we can handle this matchup well. And I think I don't play against evolution decks much, but I swear every time I start recording, that's all I find. It actually blows my mind how consistently I can get evolution decks out here. So I guess I'm going to stop playing against the horde of Dragapult decks and show off a bit of a different matchup. I've been seeing a couple evolution decks take down, you know, some top 8 finishes in tournaments, which is always kind of fun to see. And my opponent is going to fail the Mesgoza, get a Bravery Charm attached to the active, and we'll see if they go for a Sob play. That could be a little problematic because we can't retreat, but it's not like I was going to attack anyways. I actually can't get Tatsugiri out of the active if they just go for the Sob block, so that could be a really funny way for my opponent to clutch up. I'm curious to see if they see that type of line, though. We're going to flip Mesgoza, they're going to fail it. I'm going to land what I need to, so I'm just going to take out another... You know what? Actually, let's go with another Honedge. Right? Because then I can Rare Candy evolve this guy. I can start manually evolving the other one. Yeah, let's go with Honedge here. Okay. So I'm going to use Arven. I'm going to Arven for Rare Candy for sure. And then we'll take out, actually, our Rescue Board is prize. So I'll just take out a Luxurious Cape. That's fine. I'm going to Vessel away Aegislash. Just thin my deck a little bit more before I go in with Tatsugiri. And now we will use Attract Customers and see what my opponent's got in store for us. Or my top of my deck, but I failed it. I'm going to manual attach to this Honedge here. We're going to use Rare Candy to evolve that Honedge into Aegislash. That will prevent all damage from EX and V Pokemon. Once this EV gets evolved, it'll be an EX, so I'm not too worried about that guy either. I'll evolve my Doublade here, smack down Honedge. I'll hold the Luxurious Cape for now and just pass for turn. Now, my opponent... They might not look for the KO this turn. Maybe they do go for a Torrential Pump and they try to take down Tatsugiri and, I mean, ideally like Budew or something like that. But you know what? If they don't, that's fine. We'll make it work. Wow, that was a scary noise. I don't know what they could throw at us that I would be too scared of. But in general, I think I can handle most attackers. Sorry, just switching up the song here. So, all right, cool. My fault. My bad. I'm back now. And we'll see what my opponent's got. So far, it's nothing too scary. They got the double turbo energy. They could use Sob and permanently stall us out. I'm curious to see if that's the line they go for. If they go for Torrential Pump. I'm praying they go Torrential Pump. There we go. That's huge. Okay. So they'll take a KO on my active. And then they'll take out a benched Pokemon as well. Unless they swing into Aegislash, in which case I'll prevent all damage from attack. Now, if they went Sob there, they could have sobbed me out and I would have lost the game. But my opponent didn't see that line. I guess they're assuming I play a switch. Jokes on them. I don't. And that's one of the benefits of playing online and playing on the ladders. You know, your opponent might not make some huge reads because they don't know an exact deck list. Like a lot of online tournaments, you'll see their deck list. They would have ran through that play, you know, pretty perfectly. But it's cool. They don't know the deck I'm playing. So I'm going to throw Aegislash up. They're going to take a KO and Tatsugiri and my, what do you call it? Doublade, which is a little bit annoying, but we can work through this. We'll use Mezagoza. Naturally, we're going to flip heads again, right? That's what I'm talking about. I'll take out another Honedge, or another Doublade, excuse me, real quick. I'll attach an energy to active. I don't know if it's worth it to play a Luxurious Cape, to be honest. I'm going to bump their Mezagoza just so they don't start flipping heads and start getting more Pokemon that could be problematic in play. Honestly, I don't have a problem with them KOing Doublade or Budew or anything like that. I kind of hope they do. I think for now I'm just going to hard bashing. Swing for 120 damage. I will not be taking the KO next turn because of that pesky Bravery Charm. That's fine. I'm not in a rush here again. My opponent can't attack one active Aegislash. If they bench something that can, I'll save the Luxurious Cape to attach it to my active. The reason I didn't attach it to my benched, I don't know what type of play they have lined up. If they could still KO it and I just lose 2 prize cards, attaching it to Budew feels wildly useless. So yeah. I mean, we'll figure out what play they go for when we get there. For now, they're just going to attach an energy to their active Pokemon. They can use Sob. I won't be able to retreat, but they will not do any damage, and I'll just keep swinging into them, no problem. And they go Iono. All right, that's absolutely fine. Draw an entirely new hand. Again, if they don't KO my active, well, I got Colress, Tenacity, I got Grand Tree. I can search for plenty of cards needed to help me keep going throughout the match. And they're going to go Town Store. We'll see what they got. And actually, 1 second, I apologize. Sorry for the cut. I got really scared because someone was talking in my ear. My ad blocker just turned off all of a sudden, and I did not realize at all. So, yeah, I had to go turn that back on real quick because I listen to music when I record just to bring down my anxiety a little bit. And all of a sudden, there's just ads playing. And I was like, what is this? Who is talking? And it totally threw me off, so I apologize. I'm back now. Honestly, I have no idea what happened. I wasn't looking at all. They evolved into Leafeon. Okay, that's kind of cool. They could heal. They could heal spam. That's a little annoying. Not the end of the world, though. We can deal with that. All right, what's my play here? Don't really care to bump their stadium. I don't really care to swing. I kind of want to deal with their active, too. I think here I'm just going to Iono. I don't want a Grand Tree because I believe with Grand Tree I need to search for the stage 1 and then I can search for the stage 2. I don't think if I have the stage 2 I could just search, or stage 1 I could just search for the stage 2. So this hand works. We got energy for a bench Doublade. We got Boss's Orders, Colress' Tenacity. I'm not going to play Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Honestly, I think this is a match I could just take with 2 Honedge. I don't want to overbench just in case, so I'll just swing. Get some good damage, and I've got another Metal Energy just to try to get Doublade evolved, set up. Having 2 Aegislash just makes me feel infinitely more confident, infinitely more comfortable. You know, I think I can make that work a little bit easier. I got a good Iono off, so my opponent's hand, I don't know if it shrunk. Again, I wasn't paying attention. There's a timer up top. I'm recording. I'm throwing off my game. There's ads in my ear. I'm freaking out, man. There's too much going on. And I definitely did not pay attention to everything. So, my opponent is going to use Town Store. Pull out Handheld Fan. God, that's an annoying one. Okay. We could deal with that. So if I attack them, if they have Handheld Fan on their active, they will move energy. So getting this Budew out of here is going to be crucial. Because it's a free attack and free retreat. So that energy's gone until they choose to KO it. They bench down Iron Hands. Again, not a card I'm super, super scared of. But they have an insane amount of energy in this deck. I mean, they got Electric Energy for Iron Hands. They got Grass, Water, Fire for Leafeon. And Double Turbo Energy, which we saw in Wellspring Ogre Pond. So they're just going to use Sob again, prevent me from retreating. That's fine. I can swing for KO this turn and make sure that I'm taking 2 prize cards, keeping up on the prize race. I think for now, I'm just going to get this Electric Energy, or Electric, oh my gosh, I'm a mess. Chris, you're a mess. I'm going to get this Metal Energy, smack down on Doublade. I don't think, I do have a Cape still in the deck. I might as well just take it out, right? And then I could use Boss's Orders. That could be pretty funny. But I think I just want to take 2 prize cards. Kind of jump ahead. See if I can get an Ultra Ball, Arven, something like that. Again, I want to get 2 Aegislash down. Luckily, my opponent has had a hard time going at it. I don't think... Perfect. Another Cape, another Aegislash. Yo, this turn, no matter what, next turn, assuming my opponent does not use some sort of hand disruption, evolve into Aegislash, Cape both of them up. Not too worried about it. If they deal with 2 caped Aegislashes, they take 4 prize cards. If they want to boss KO Budew at any point, it doesn't throw off our math. In fact, we actually can only make our opponent take an extra prize card if they do that, because it's a single prizer, so that's a fine play for us to go into as well. They get the Fan Smackdown on Luminion, which is, again, not something I'm too worried about, because I have Boss's Orders in hand. This is great. This is perfect. Alright, so we're going to evolve into Aegislash. We're going to get both our capes on both our Aegislash. Just make sure these guys are as beefy as possible. I'm going to boss up. You know what? Give me Iron Hands. Not too worried about it. Give me Iron Hands. It's going to be stuck here for a couple turns, and 2 turns is all I need before I KO this thing. You either got a way to retreat this guy or you don't, but more importantly, Fan is not on it. So, because Fan is not on it, I didn't have to worry about energy being moved to a Pokemon I didn't want it on. And they choose the energy, right? That could be very problematic, actually, yeah. Okay, because if they move to Metal Energy, it could be very bad. And they get Vapor or Glaceon now. Oh my god, they have Dark Energy in this too? Or no, do they not because of Sparkling Crystal? What? They scoop. Okay, didn't have to worry. We walled out their entire deck. The whole thing. Evolution boxes, cooked with Aegislash. Epic match number 1 when I apologize for that confusion in the middle. Let's hop into match number 2 and chase down the positive record with our boy Aegislash. You know, I really mean it when I say I come across evolution decks only when I record. I have no words for how this happens so frequently. I'm just gonna Buddy-Buddy Poffin for 2 Honedge. I'm gonna go in so confident to this, and I'm gonna see how much I regret it. Why not? Why not? It's just, I don't know how an evolution deck beats Aegislash. I only see these when I record, then I feel bad, because I feel like it's my recent videos have really just been how well ginj-tcg can deal with evolution decks, but they're fun. I mean, at least they've got some cool attacks you don't see too often. At least sometimes they create some fun matchups, and matches like this, I feel like they might end up being more anticlimactic, because, well, I lock out the entire deck, but you know, we'll see what they got. They got Buddy-Buddy Poffin, Sparkling Crystal. Not going to help them too much, at least going into the next couple turns. Unless I guess they could evolve into Flareon and attack this turn. Maybe I got a little too confident. But are they built like that? Are they? That's bold. Not fan call. Alright, so they'll get a couple knockdowns so they can evolve in the following turns. Unless they have Flareon EX in hand, and a Fire Energy as well. That, or really just any energy, because they got Sparkling Crystal. They could evolve into Flareon, attack. Yeah, okay, I got too confident. Once I evolve to Aegislash, I really don't worry about this deck doing too much to me, though. I mean, one Aegislash could potentially beat their entire deck. You know, if they're only using Fan Rotom. Fan Rotom is 3-shotting base Aegislash, not counting getting a cape attached. They could put energy onto Mew. That could be interesting. They would copy Aegislash's attack, which would shred through our ability, so they could attack that way, but that would be a very interesting line. We'll see if they got all that. For now, we're just going to evolve into Honedge. They did not get the evolution attack. I'm going to put that Sparkling Crystal right back on the bottom of their deck. And I'm going to Nest Ball, and I'm going to pull out a Tatsugiri. Just in case. I don't know. Do we have, if we have Rescue Board in the deck, I'll pull out a Tatsugiri. You never know when they go for a boss, and I've got a fun stall. Like, I need a certain supporter, and I can just retreat pivot. Send 1 card out of the deck that way. And perfect. We get an energy. I could start attacking immediately. We'll take a prize card, jump up here, and see how my opponent responds. Again, Mew might be the only way they can deal with the Aegislash, right? I mean, they promote Mew, but it's also the free retreat pivot. They have to also see the line. They have to use genome hacking to copy hard bashing. Hard bashing isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active. So if they copy this attack, they're not affected by Mysterious Shield. They will be able to attack us. It doesn't one-shot us, though. They 2-shot us, and I mean, I've got Colress's Tenacity in hand, so I could just get Grand Tree down next turn. I could get a second Aegislash. I could also get a Mist Energy just to prevent any random effects of attacks that I don't know what they're pulling out. Again, it's an evolution deck. They could always have something crazy up their sleeve. And I could then Arven the turn after for Earthen Vessel, get energy, and a Luxurious Cape. Like, this is the setup. This is the setup that just deals with so many decks. You know, it's you get evolved so fast, and although you only have one Aegislash in play for a turn, it's still so hard for your opponent to even deal with one Aegislash, much less a second or a third. Most decks don't have the resources or the capability to deal with it. I mean, certain decks do, like Gardevoir, and we kind of need a setup like this where we could just attack, and we have to hope we could keep attacking, you know, get a good reversal energy KO. Like, we need to rely on a little bit of luck in that type of matchup, but it's still doable. So they get the Fire Energy down on Flareon and the Sparkling Crystal, so they can Burning Charge. They could search for 2 energy just to smack them down on Mew, which, I mean, is okay. You know, I could just go Boss's Orders on Mew, get the first attack, or I could just set up another Aegislash. I think I'm going to hold Boss's Orders. I think I'm actually just going to Colress's Tenacity still. I want to work on getting multiple Aegislash set up rather than being aggressive on the Mew. I don't know if they can move damage counters in any way. They could still KO my Aegislash, and then I'm a little bit more behind in setting up backup ones. I think it's more important for us to just play the slow game. We're playing a super tanky deck, arguably one of the tankiest, one of the most efficient wall decks I've ever played or made in my life. Let's just take it slow, let's set up, let's play our game how it's meant to be played. We're not here to rush. You know, we're here to vibe. They don't Burning Charge. Okay, that's bad. Still not complaining. I mean, we'll take our Grand Tree. I'll take a Mist Energy. I'll get one down, just in case. We'll use Mist, and then I'm going to use Grand Tree. And I'm going to take a Doublade, and actually, real quick, let me just make sure Vessel's in the deck. I can Arven it. Yeah, we got Vessel, and we got some Metal Energy, so I could easily get this Honedge. The Metal Energy it needs to attack on the following turn, and we'll get an Aegislash down. So now we got the promo Aegislash and the Trainer Gallery full art Aegislash. I'm not going to lie. Actually, let me attack first before I sit here and stare and ramble about how cool this art is. But, like, nah. For real, look at this. Art is so cool. I actually, in real life, I play a 2-2 line, a 2 promo, 2 full art Aegislash, because in real life, that's what I use with my Aegislashes. I have 2 of each, because it's funny, and some people get really upset when you have different arts and different rarities in your deck, especially when it's very deliberate. When you have 2-2, it's very deliberate. I could have easily gone 4 into the promo or 4 into the Trainer Gallery, but I love them both. I think both of them look sick, and Aegislash, one of the coolest Pokemon in my opinion. I mean, it is a sick Pokemon, dude. A sword and a shield that looks as epic as this. Yeah, don't mind if I yes. And it's very efficient, very fun Aegislash. Wall's a great amount of decks out right now. And my opponent's going to go Boss's Orders and take out another Honedge. It's fine. I mean, oh no, I can't get another Honedge down this turn. Honestly, you know what I could do? I think I'm going to bench the Honedge in my hand this turn. If they don't have another Boss's Orders in hand, that's fine. I will just... They didn't get any... Wait, what? They didn't get any energy down on Mew. Alright, maybe they don't see the line. That's fine. Anyways, if they don't have Boss in hand, they don't KO this Honedge, I'll get a third one down, and that feels awesome, right? Because I have another Doublade, and I got another Aegislash. Yeah, we're golden. Alright, let's get this guy down. Let's have some fun with it. Let's Arven. Let's take out a Vessel and a Luxurious Cape. I will use Earthen Vessel to get rid of Aegislash because I can still get Night Stretcher and pull it back if I absolutely need. I'll take a couple energy. I'll smack one down on this Aegislash over here. I'll also put the cape on this guy just because it has the Mist Energy that, as of right now, is my strongest Aegislash. It prevents all effects of attacks, so I would like to give this guy the most HP. Make this, like, the ultimate final boss for my opponent to deal with. And, yeah, I mean, here we'll see. They could evolve into Knocked Owl and just get another Boss's Orders, deal with another Honedge. That's okay. I'm not too worried about that either. Honestly, I don't know what they do. They go Iono. Alright. It's cool. That's fine. We get a new hand. They get a new hand. It's not Boss's Orders. They can't countercatch or retire on prize cards. This is okay. And we get a Luxurious Cape, too. Oh, my gosh. Well, that feels awesome. They need a Stadium Bump, though. If they don't get a Stadium Bump this turn and I could get another what do you call it? Aegislash down. We're chilling. We're so chilling. Alright. What's my opponent got for me? Tell me. Speak to me. What are we dealing with? What's the vibe? What's the problem? I don't think it's much. I think, again, it's really just me rambling, me ranting, and them not doing anything. And yeah, they're not even going to Burning Charge or doing no damage. They don't see the benefit in getting more energy in play. We are going to use Grand Tree to get the last Doublade from the deck as well as the last Aegislash. And now we have 3 Aegislash in play. I'm going to use Colress's Tenacity to search out a basic Metal Energy, and Pokemon League Headquarters honestly doesn't feel bad. I could get that in play, just so they need another energy on Fan Rotop, and now they can't take advantage of that either. You know, I'll also... yeah, let's get a Cape on the active, why not? We go to 3. No, we get a Cape on this guy, because they KO here, they go to 4, KO here, go to 3. Yeah, we'll get a Cape on this guy. Well, after they deal with 1 Aegislash, I'll get another Cape. Actually, nah, next turn, I'll just play the Cape. I'll put it on the bench, Aegislash. We'll take 2 prize cards. Jump very ahead here. See how my opponent deals with the insane setup we got. I got Arven as well, so I can pull out Rescue Board. Just get that down on Tatsugiri. That way I've always got a free retreat pivot. Free supporter search pivot. Doesn't feel too bad at all. Again, what is my opponent doing? Fez, not a Pokemon I'm worried about. You can draw as many cards as you want if you don't have Pokemon that can attack me. Well, I'm not too worried about what happens here. So, while I've got the time and I can ramble, I seriously just want to say thank you for the support. Being sick, it was really heartwarming. I know I didn't respond to comments for a couple days. I just kind of took some time off of electronics. I was watching shows for a little bit, but I was just watching shows, reading, just relaxing, trying to recover up. So, thank you to everyone who sent messages. I for real appreciate it. It's really nice to be a part of this community and just have such a great positive backing of people that love to see, you know, these random fun little videos, and they just pass, dude. They're not even attacking. They're actually, they gave up. They don't have it in them. We're just gonna jet the Aegislash to the active. I'm gonna get the Cape on the benched one, and yeah, I mean, I'll just Arven for Rescue Board just to get it, just so I've officially got everything needed. Everything that could be in play, honestly, is in play. Like this. We got this. We got match number 2. Honestly, I think I'm just going to take a small cut here. And I'll tune back in right before we take the last attack. Just because it's going to be a lot of nothing crazy. So, fast forward coming in 3, 2, 1. Boom. For science, my opponent is probably going to use Angelite, where it's an effect of an attack where I shuffle the entire Pokemon, into my deck. I'm curious. I'm going to throw a little bit. I want to see if that works. If you have Mist Energy in play. Oh, no, they choose. Ah, it doesn't work. Yo, it's crazy. It's so infuriating. Well, this Aegislash is here to stay. Homie's going nowhere. Yeah, well... Don't mind if I swing for weakness, do 240. Not bad at all. See you guys on our last attack. Okay, and we're back. Finally taking the chip on match number 2. That one took forever. But it's all good. Our Aegislash is swinging for way more damage than I ever planned because of weakness. We are two-shotting that Sylveon. Mist Energy saved us from another Aegislash being put into the deck, although we really, again, just needed one that matchup. And this is the power of Aegislash, man. You get the lad down, you stick him in the active spot, you get a little Mist Energy attached to your opponent. You either have a way to deal with this, or I'm winning. That's it. So let's hop into match number 3. See if we can guarantee that. Not guarantee. We already got the guaranteed positive record. Let's go for that perfect record. Welcome to match number 3. Now, we can easily deal with Hydreigon, but there's a huge problem that Hydreigon brings to the table. It can mill a lot very fast. So I'm going to need to do my best. Honestly, this might be an Aegislash EX, just a swing or take a huge late game KO. I'm gonna get 3 Honedge down, and we are most definitely going to attract customers. Pray we hit a big supporter here to get set up. I need to go as fast as possible. Grand Tree's in the deck. Somehow I was able to check that off, attract customers, because it was actually in the top 6 cards. So I'll get a Mist Energy attached right here, and then I'll pass for turn. So next turn I can guarantee myself one Aegislash. I can guarantee myself an Aegislash with the Grand Tree. Then I can also guarantee myself a Doublade. Most likely will not be able to pull off the attack unless I top deck something insane like Rescue Board. Yeah, I'll have an energy to attack. I really just need a top deck Rescue Board. If I get Arven, actually, if I get Arven, maybe that is the better play because we go Rescue Board, Earthen Vessel. No, because I need Rare Candy. Yeah, there's really not much I can do. That's fine. That's fine. We could wall out so much of my opponent's deck. It's really just how much can they mill us. That's so big. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, but then I can't Grand Tree. Chris, you don't think we're so excited to get the Rescue Board to pivot out that you forgot? Okay. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to Arven here. We're going to get Rare Candy. Okay, I need to make sure that they don't go in and just bench wipe us with Obsidian. I am going to evolve Rare Candy and evolve into this guy. Okay. Oh, good job, Chris. I'm so proud of the way you use your brain sometimes. Let's pass for turn. I'm going to hold my tools in case they do pull off an attack next turn. We're going to lose our Tatsugiri. I don't want to waste the tool if I don't have to. And same thing with Luxurious Cape. If they play a Canceling Clone and they can somehow deal with it next turn, I don't want to, just give it to them. Luckily, they had Forest Seal Stone in hand already. I didn't just give them a free Forest Seal Stone. Wow, I was so excited to retreat pivot. I totally forgot about needing to evolve that turn. We got really lucky. Attract customers, hit Arven. Wait, how have I never seen this art? That's sick. This looks so cool. I've never seen this. What? That's so tough. Oh, I'm in love with that. Sorry, Petron EX, cool card, great ability, great attack, great support Pokemon. That art is gorgeous. They got the Rare Candy Pidgeot, so now if they have Rare Candy or Hydreigon EX in hand, they have Rare Candy. Now they can just use Quick Search to search for Hydreigon. They can pull off the attack this turn. Do they have a Rescue Board? I don't think they did. No, so they might not be able to move out of the active spot. That is going to be our saving grace here. If we could just get that first attack off, that would feel awesome. They got the cool Hydreigon as well. They got a drippy Hydreigon deck. That's always scary to go up against. This is a scary matchup no matter which way you put it. And they're going to go Subjugating Change of Strike. They don't need a Rescue Board pivot or anything like that. They got Petron, the cool card I was talking about. Man, I'm out of my game today and we lose some big energy. This is the problem. I knew this is gonna happen. it's the cards I lose off Crashing Headbutt could greatly determine the outcome of this match. So we're gonna Colress Tenacity here and take a very limited metal energy out of our deck. Do we have Rod and Night Stretcher? I have Night Stretcher. Rod is actually prized. Unless, did they get rid of that? I wasn't fully paying attention. No, it's prized. It's actually probably the safest spot for it. So when I get it, it'll be in my hand, and then I can play it immediately. I'm gonna Grand Tree here, and I'm just gonna evolve this other little Doublade, or Honedge into a Doublade, and then get down another Aegislash again. Just wanna get 2 Aegislash down. You never know what's going to be thrown at us, so I want to stay as safe as possible. I could use Counter Catcher. I think the best bet for us is to save it. I don't really want to Luxurious. No, I do. Because if they do have a Canceling Cologne, now they 2-shot us with a Crashing Headbutt. that works out way more in our favor. So I am going to Hero's Cape here. Not Hero's Cape, Luxurious Cape. And then we're going to do some good damage to my opponent. I don't know if the poison will become too relevant. I think we kind of 3-shot them no matter what. We're 3-shotting 360. In that time, they'll take 60 damage worth of poison. 240, 300. Yeah, no, it won't be too relevant. Assuming they take like max poison damage, and that's assuming we even took 3 turns. It would just be 4 damage counters between 2 turns. Yeah, no, it won't matter. It shouldn't matter. And we gave them Grand Tree, so yes, they can evolve into Hydreigon. That's fine, because if they're evolved into Hydreigon EX, that means they're not attacking my Aegislashes. We need to win in the next, like, 7 turns. That could be pretty hard, considering we're 3-shotting them. Just because they are going to use Crashing Headbutt, and the reason I'm saying 7 and not 10 turns, because I have 30 cards, is because you're remembering we have to play the game. I have to get a couple more energy down onto Aegislash. I'm going to top deck a couple cards from my deck, or, 1 card from my deck every turn, losing more energy. Oh my gosh. As long as it's not the metal energy. As long as it's not those, we're okay. Because I can Colress Tenacity here. I'm just going to take the 1 metal energy. Just guarantee it. Yeah, get this guy down here. We can't use Grand Tree because I have a stage 1 in play here. And I think we just go hard bashing again for another 120. Now, if my opponent does not move out of the active, we will KO them next turn. And yeah, I mean, we'll take it from there. Here, it's just a battle of longevity. Who's going to last longer? Are they going to mill my deck? Or am I going to take enough KOs to get enough prize cards? It honestly, 25 cards left at this point in the game. It doesn't feel great. Like, it really doesn't. Oh man, I hope I get Rod, Ionos, I need to find those so that I can replenish some cards into my deck when it gets low. I can use Rod to put some energy back in my deck and some Pokemon again just to put extra cards in my deck. We played 3 Iono. We have not seen any yet. We got a little bit of time. I don't want to play Tatsugiri Rescue Board at any point. It's just free prize cards for my opponent that they could potentially get. There's the Crashing Headbutt. What's the damage? What's the play? Okay. Those cards are all right. I mean, Aegislash hurts. It's not the end of the world, though. And we'll get a Rare Candy. Not very helpful here. What's important, we're taking 2 prize cards. That's the best thing for us. All right. Now, they got another Hydreigon. I need Ionos and Rods, man. That's the only way I'm going to get through this. We get an energy so my other Aegislash can attack and Rod. That's big. That's really big. That'll buy some time in the late game. Honestly, might even use it now. Actually... No, I'm going to wait a little bit before using Rod. And they got their 3 Hydreigons. We KO'd the 1. They have 2 Hydreigons in play. Boss could be pretty big. Where is my other boss in this card? It's not. If I get 2 Boss's Orders in hand, honestly, I might just, like, boss up Petrunt, maybe. Those are cards I can live without. As long as Boss Iono are what we need in top deck. Gonna be very, very hard to pull off. But when there's a will, there's a way. I'm going to just deal with 1 more Hydreigon. I need to find my other boss if possible, too. That could save me a turn, because then I could go boss on Rotom, attack them. They're going to use Petrunt, kind of pivot out, and then I'm going to use a second boss and go in again. Maybe I should have done that last turn with Counter Catcher when I was behind on prize cards. Or before I took the last KO. Maybe that was the play to go. Could have bought me an extra turn. I was just scared of an Iono happening. For them to just set up their board a little bit more, because I knew they needed to get 3 Hydreigons out. Now, yeah, this is just how lucky are our top decks. They've gotten rid of some very important cards. Those 3 energy, those 3 basic metal energy. Oh, that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be so bad. It's all right. We'll hard bashing again. 1 more hard bashing, and I'll be taking another 2 prize cards. Hopefully, I prized all 3 Iono. That would be awesome. But you can see how 1 Iono will honestly, like, save me the game, too. Because then I just use Iono, all these cards go back into my deck, and I'll draw 4. I'll draw less the more prize cards I've taken, too. Like, that just feels so good. And if they Iono, they're putting more cards into our deck than we're taking out, so it helps us. Rod, same thing. Rod helps us so much. It just puts 3 cards back into our deck, which buys us an extra turn to attack. And in a setup like this, it's going to be so crucial. What they could do is get a 4th Hydreigon and just kind of pivot between a 4th Hydreigon with the retreat. That would be bad. That would be awful. What is the Crashing Headbutt? Still got hope out. For getting a supporter I need. That's not it. All right. out of fear, I'm going to Rod this turn. Do I? Yeah, I'm going to Rod this turn. I'm going to get back 3 Metal Energy. And then I will just swing, take 2 more prize cards. We got 4 turns left, 3 attacks. Actually, this is literally going to come down to the wire. We get Iono and Aegislash. Let's go, man. That's huge. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to math out. I was like, oh, man, it's going to come down to the last attack because they're getting the first attack, getting rid of 3 cards. I'll have 9 left. And then top decks actually would have decked out, but Iono might legitimately save me the game just because I'm going to put so many cards back into my deck. Oh, my gosh. I'll lose the boss play, though. I'll lose the boss play. What do you get rid of with this? A Metal Energy, man. Okay. All right. It's cool. I'm going to get a 3rd Aegislash. I'll try. Oh, that's huge. I don't want them to boss stall me. I'm going to use a Night Stretcher just to guarantee an energy and make sure that I've got 3 Aegislash that are ready to rumble. I'm going to use... Actually, I'm going to hold the Iono. What's the worst that happens? They Iono me? Right? Yeah. This feels correct. I'll wait 1 more turn. Why? I don't know. To be honest. I really have... I just feel like it's right. And I trust my gut a lot. That's something I try to live by just as a human being. If I have a really, really strong feeling in my gut, when it's like there's... I don't know if there's a logical reason to Iono or not Iono there. It's not like, you know, if they play Eri, they could get rid of items in my hand. It's okay, we lose 2 items. That's all right at that point. I mean, it's a little annoying, not the end of the world. I don't think it changes much. There's not much they could do about the Iono in my hand. They either Iono and put cards back into my deck, or I Iono. I don't see that happening. I feel it in my gut that I should wait a turn. And I'm gonna bank on that. I'm gonna trust it. I'm gonna trust my gut. I always do. And actually, they are setting up another Hydreigon. Oh, I knew it. Oh, gosh. You know what I could do? I could go boss. No, they go Crashing Headbutt. Okay. And we lose our boss's orders. That's bad. And I got 4 cards left in the deck. So Crashing Headbutt would not deal with me. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 cards. That's 3 turns perfectly. We have 1 turn. We got 5 turns if I don't know. I think that's the safest play for us. Just get that Hydreigon out of their hand, right? That feels the best. They got 3 Rare Candies down. They might not have it. They definitely have a 4th. What am I saying? They got 4. And we get Vessel Honedge. Whoo, yeah. Yeah, I'll make sure you can't boss stall me. I'm just going to take 1 energy out of the deck. Attach this here. Now there's no way they can boss stall me and won't be able to attack or something. It's not a perfect setup, but it'll do. They have no energy down on Dino, so even if they go rare, they have to retreat this turn. If this guy's in the active this turn, we win. Who do you retreat into, though? You need Crispin to pull off a Hydreigon play. You need what? Crispin or Sparkling Crystal. You haven't used your Ace spec, have you? Oh my god, you haven't. Oh gosh. Alright, so they need Dark Energy, Sparkling Crystal, Rare Candy, Hydreigon. No, they got Dino in the deck. So you can just... Yeah, okay. They have that. They could Quick Search for Sparkling Crystal or Crispin, whichever they don't have. They got Dark Patch. So they could just Quick Search for Sparkling Crystal. Unless it's prized. That would be awesome. That would be great. But we might lose this. Unless I could get my boss top deck. Top deck of the Sentry, if I could pull that off. But the likelihood of me getting it compared to them is not great at all. They're going to use Subjugating Chains. They're not even going to retreat. Smart, I guess. Keep the energy in play. Although, now if I have boss, I have boss. Like, I just win. So that's... Oh, although, no. It would have been on the bench. It doesn't deal with the damage counters. This is just keeping the energy in play. That's smart. That's smart. They get Mimikyu. That's alright. That's okay. Smart card to put in this deck because you play the Psychic Energy. Not a bad one of at all. I mean, I know I got an Iono left in the deck. I got 2, technically. I've got Iono and Boss for the 2 cards I need a top deck. They're going to be getting rid of 6 cards in the time I draw 2. Yeah, they're going to... Okay, come on. Top deck Boss. 1 time. Bail me out. Let me see it. That's good. That's good. That's okay. That's okay. I'll wait till I get 0 cards, and then I'll Iono. It'll just buy me 1 more turn. A little hard bashing. Oh my god, is that gonna do it though? Because then they only have 2 turns. This is bad. Maybe after this I Iono, right? Because look, I'll be at 3 cards left. I'll top deck. I'll have 2 cards left in my deck. If I use Iono, I'll guarantee draw boss if they don't get rid of it off this crashing headbutt. And that would guarantee me game. Unless I'd have no cards left in my deck, would I? They get rid of boss. Oh, they win. They won, didn't they? Because if I use Iono... No, they won. They did it! Oh my gosh! I shouldn't have gotten all those Aegislash in play. I was just so scared of them just ripping through a couple Aegislash early. It's rough now. Now I'm losing because of it. If I use Iono, I'll have 3 cards left in my deck. I'll still have nothing to draw. No, because I'll draw 2. And I lost my boss. Man. Oh, it's such a good match. I hate to fall like that. Yeah, I hate to fall like that in match number 3. It's okay, though. If I'm losing like this, so be it, man. A very hard fought match. I was a couple cards short. If I had 2 more cards in my deck, which honestly is like a whole if I had a whole Aegislash line not in play, I would have been alright. I should have just banked that they had no way to attach Aegislash. There's no reason I needed to get that cape down. There's so many small mistakes. I wanted to play it safe and have more Aegislash in play. I was scared. I wanted to get those Honedge early because I was scared that my opponent would just like Obsidian or something and just board wipe me. I don't know. It's all just poor excuses. It's small, relatively small misplays added up to something huge in that last match. It was so good, though. That was an awesome one. I'm so happy to end off on that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a ton of fun for me to make. It's a ton of fun to be back and making videos. I, for real, appreciate all of you guys so much. Thank you guys for being the best community in the world. With that being said, I love that we could see Aegislash here as I close out, but awesome deck to play. Definitely recommend it. This deck tears apart the ladder. It does honestly so well. There's so many of the meta decks right now. Definitely give it a go. With that being said, stay epic. Peace.